There are 56 Vinayak mandirs in Kashi, and out of those, if there is any seniority, because if you ask somebody, there is no seniority of any mandirs. But if you ask, Dundi Ganpati comes at the top. And I have still to verify this fact whether it forms part of this 56 or it is separate from 56. Now, the location of Dundi Ganpati is marked on map. It is just next to the Kashi Vishwanath corridor on the external boundary. However, one thing which you have to remember is that if there is a crowd, if there is a line, then you have to start with the line of Kashi Vishwanath, and then you will be able to take darshan. So these are the summer months, and during the summer months, I found that there isn't too much of crowd over here, so that I could directly come to this mandir. It's a very small temple. That's the entrance wall, and that is the Annapurna Mandir. The priest sits over here. That's the priest. And there's a small Dakshina Hundi over here. And then this is the temple, and this is the board of the temple. And as I have mentioned that whenever there is a one of the 56 Vinayak's temple, so there is a proper marking by the government. So this place doesn't have this marking. So that's why I have to do a little more research, and I'll put everything in the description below. This is the left side of the temple wall, and there's a small board over here. So these boards have been put by the government. This is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and this tells the story of Dhundhiraj. Now, what happens is that when Shivji wants to come back to Kashi, he is faced with a challenge that he has to first defeat the king over here, who is already ruling. So he sends his 64 Chausast yoginis to create chaos in the kingdom, but that doesn't work. So then he entrusts his son Ganpati to come here and make way for him to become the king of Kashi again. And Ganpati comes here, and then he does his activities, and the victory march of Lord Shiva stops over here at this pond. And then over here, Lord Shiva declares that it is Ganpati who enabled him to come to Kashi again. And this is the spot where he blesses Vinayak, and then the name Dhundi Vinayak comes into use.